Hey guys, so by now you should have had a brief overview of Figueroa's framework and the 5 different levels that are involved with an analysis using Figueroa's framework. Today I just wanted to speak briefly about the cultural level. So that's the biggest overarching level on the framework. So when you looked at the diagram in a previous video, we started at the most intricate individual level and we branched out to the cultural level, which was the biggest or the most broad category in terms of influencing factors. So generally speaking, when we look at cultural factors, then we look at values, beliefs, assumptions that are culturally shared, that are socially shared, okay? They're often influenced by history, and there's a hegemonic level to it. So in other words, what is the dominant voice within that culture? So in Australian culture, at this point and in the past, the dominant voice is that of the male group, okay? And then we look at racism and sexism as a result of things like that, of the historical events. And where they've come, where things have come from and developed. So in Australia, for example, females weren't always allowed to vote. However, now females have a greater voice, and that's as a result of historical events. However, females aren't particularly now even considered the main voice for our culture, but that is changing. So in the future, I may be making a video where the main voice is actually equally shared between males and females of a particular age group, but at this point we're not. Also stereotypical type views, and in Australia we obviously have a really bad issue with tall poppy syndrome. So those sorts of things are all cultural issues. So there are many other aspects though to think of when you're looking at culture. So for example, the dominant religion in that particular area, and the beliefs and values that come with that. Socialization, how people interact and why. Regional sporting culture versus metropolitan sporting culture. So things like that, in terms of sports specifically, they're the sort of aspects that we will be looking at in terms of the cultural level of Figueroa's framework. That is not an exhaustive list. There is plenty more to examine when it comes to cultural level. However, from this point, apart from taking notes from this video, you need to now go out, find some research of your own from relevant and reliable sources, not Wikipedia. Make sure that you maintain the reference in preparation for your assessment. Cheers!